About what, 3 weeks ago, I said that I was going to show you the robberies that I've done. Only the robberies have been nicked for, yeah. I ain't going to show you. I mean, it's ridiculous to say anything else, isn't it? You know what I mean? But these are only the ones that have been nicked for, and I'll show you what we did and where we went wrong. But it's like everything, isn't it? We do things and you think they're right, but anything. The trouble with doing armed robberies or robberies is because at that time you go to look at it, it's sweet, everything's nice, yeah. You go back again, it's lovely, but it's always the time you're going to do it that something happens. That's where a lot of us get caught, because something happens and we leave DNA. We forget to put our masks up or put them down, and silly things like that, yeah. Even though you've got gloves on, it's something that goes wrong, yeah. Always something that goes wrong. Someone gets shot, someone gets bashed up. They'll be looking for you. It's a really bad robbery. I mean, anything to do with violence, yeah. Anything to do with any violence, anything to do with guns, violence, weapons. The police on your case. They will not leave it alone until this is sorted out. Yeah, they will not leave it alone. They're on your case for the first couple of weeks, 24/7, looking for you. Yeah? Even if they don't know done it, they know the people in the area that do these sort of things. So then they pick it out one at a time. They pick it all out, follow people, do the bits and pieces, do a little bit of homework. Yeah. Anyway, I've done this. I've got no money. I'm a bit skint as it happens. I'm living in Kingston. This is in the 90s. Yeah, I'm living in Kingston. I'm not with certain people at the minute. There's something going on, and I need some cash, some quick cash. So I know these people, right, that deal big time in puff. Did it big time. So, but I haven't got no puff around me. But I know they deal big time. But what we do, we put a bit of money together and we go buy a box. We go and buy a box, yeah. So we know this stuff is absolutely the business for the price it costs, yeah. It costs us a lot of money. As such, goes and sees these people, said we got this, said we got that, sit down, show them the box, and they can't believe the price of it, because obviously we're about another bag short of the price. You've got to be to get them to bring them in. So I said, look, you can take a couple of bars. Well, that's this as a sample. Take a couple of bars and get back to us, you know what I mean? So me and my pal were shot off within, I don't know, what, hours. Listen, what can we call them? I said, you can call them whatever you like. You know what I mean? Do you like it? He said, it's the business way. Listen, we're taking meat. So we went down to Chiswick, had a meet down in Chiswick, sat in a cafe with these people come in. They couldn't believe it. They said, this is the best deal they've ever had for the price of it. This, you know, they didn't say what it should be, but they just said it's so cheap. It's just nice, yeah. We said, look, we've got loads of it, and we're just trying to get rid of it for a company, and you know, how many you want? They said, can we take 20 boxes at first? I said, well, 20 boxes is really, at that price, isn't no good to us. We ain't going to start moving things around for 20 boxes. It don't seem right to do that, yeah. I said, look, okay, we'll get back to you. And the next day they phoned me up and said, look, we've seen a few people, got some money together, we'll take 100 boxes. I went, sweet, that'll do us, that'll do us. We said, okay. So we left it a bit of time. We didn't rush into it to make it look too suspicious. We left it a little bit of time, a couple of 3 days. We got loads of bags of sugar, but pound bags, not the big bags, the pound bags, yeah. And we got loads together and we wrapped them up in foil, the brown foil, tape, wraps it all up. Weighed it, put it on the scales, weighed it up so it was correct, the quick weight they wanted. So there was 3 or 4 of these, bosh. and really taped it up big time. We got to a place that we know that they really couldn't start opening but things and bits and pieces, so we can drive here, we ain't driving, no, we've come to where we come to, we've given you good samples, we want the cash. Everything, we know everything is going sweet at that time. We've got our things in the boot of the car, so we drive to where these people, we've got to meet these people, we've got to meet them near Fulham. We know Fulham, well I know Fulham, I know where people live and I can get away from here and this, that and the other. So we meet them in Fulham, they pull up in a big Range Rover, but a big one, it's a big fucking Range Rover they pull up in. But there's only two in there. They pull up and they go, Christ, but they pull up near a shopping centre. We're saying there was it's a bit lively here, cars in and out all the time, you know what I mean? There's cameras, you've got to be careful, mate, you know what I mean? I said, no, this ain't no good, it's cameraed up and everything. No, let's do it quick. Let's just pass it over and get it going. That was a little bit silly, a bit simple, because where they pulled in this shopping centre, there's all cameras up, it's all cameraed up, yeah? I think they'd done it because they didn't want, maybe we thought we was going to do, anyway, but we did. We took it, they give us the cash. No, they took it, they give us the cash. Two big holders, we shot off. We know that they're not going to open them in that car park. Come on, it's cambered up, they ain't going to do that, it's crazy. We're gone. We are gone. So now we're rubbing our hands together like this, we're really fucking over the moon bit, you know what I mean? We shot off to my pal's house. We had a curve up. I've got a right few bob, you know what I mean? I'm so happy, you know, I've got some money, yeah? I'm in Kingston. I go back to my girl. She's over the moon. Come on, you're going with big bags of money, mate. They're over the moon, women, aren't they? You know what I mean? Yeah, baby. And my girlfriend, Danny, used to always say to me, she go, got any money, babe? I go, how much you want, love? She go, that much, you know. It's been funny. I go, go on, take what you want to take, just take it, yeah. And everything was sweet, you know. We changed all our phone numbers, done everything properly. We ain't going to go nowhere near their manners, yeah. Whew, about, what, I don't know, 5-6 weeks later, it's come on top for my pal. It's come on top for my pal somehow, or something's happened, where he's said something, done something, or whatever, it's come on top. And they're on his case big time, mate. They ain't going to leave him alone. They're on his case. So now, it's down to me, because I ain't getting no one else involved in it, because it's just our thing. So I fly around there, and there's no one around the house but my mate. I go and my mate said, what's that, mate? He said, Ray, he said, they're on my case, mate. He said, they're following me about. I said, it might not be them. He said, no, it's them, definitely them. And who is it? It's old Bill. It ain't them, it's old Bill on his case. He said something, someone's done something on his case, whether or not be for what we've done, it's fucking on his case. I said, look, I said, you know, I'll get in the car, we'll drive around. We're driving around. Worst thing I could have did, mate, was drive around his motor, just checking it all out, you know what I mean? And before you know where you are, I'm looking behind, it's on top. They're up their arse, 3 or 4 handed in the motor, it's old Bill, unmarked car. Yeah, I said, it's old Bill, mate. That is definitely old Bill. Goes round the corner, shoot off. I thought, sweet as that. All of a sudden, got to this corner, stops at the lights, whoop, whoop, like that. They're behind us, aren't they? They're going like that. So I'm going, wanker, like that. No, fuck, wanker. So we shoot off there. Because to me, if any of it happens, I don't know the old Bill. To me, there could be anybody. It's how I live. It's how we all live. Unless they're old Bill, you know, unless other cars are going to pull on it, you know who they are. But they're just whoop, whoop, and they've gone. They're following us, right? I go, listen, mucker, I don't think I'll bill. I said, because I'll tell you why. We've come about 4 miles now with them up our arse, yeah? There ain't no other motors chasing us. There ain't no other motors calling us off. There's nothing. There's no things going across the road to punch our tyres. There's nothing. They're not our bill, mate. They're a little firm after us, yeah? So I said, listen, put your foot down. We've got to get out of here. We've got to get out of Wakenby as quick as we can. My mate had a nice fast bike. He had one of them 7 Series BMW 730, is it? Put some fucking left fast, mate. He was gone, whoa! We went, hit the motorway, mate. We was down the motorway, 150, 160. What they had there was this proper motor, proper old Bill motor, looking like old Bill motor. Lights at the front, all the business, but nothing on top. It was just plain motor with the blue lights flashing. There was a little company, thought they could take us. We're going, they can't get us, mate. We're gone. We know there ain't no Bill. We know there's no helicopters up there. There's nothing. They're a little firm trying to take us, yeah. I'm going, mate, we've got to wait, Bob. I'm going, mate, listen, this ain't on me. I ain't having that. I said, there's no way I'm driving about knowing these people could pull on us at any time. We've got to do something about this, right? So because we've had a little tickle, I'm going to say to them, I've got to get hold of my pals, a couple of my other mates, and I'm saying to them, listen, do you want to earn yourself 10 grand? I'll give them 10 grand each. I've had a right tickle, mate, I'm not bothered. I said, I'll give you 10 grand each, yeah? You with us, yeah? They go, okay. Anyway, so my pal now knows it's on top for him, knows this little firm want him, but they ain't going to come to his house. They're not going to take him at his house, they're going to take him in the car. They couldn't catch him before, they're going to take him. I don't know why they didn't plot outside. They plot outside. This firm is, as far as I'm concerned, they're that. They're not working it proper. So I've got my 2 of my pals, they're driving a Range Rover as well. This little firm are driving a Range Rover as well. My mate's driving a 7 Series BMW. He's driving off, he's gone. He's got us on his walkie-talkies. We've got walkie-talkies. He's saying, made up my case. I'm going, where are you? Okay, I said, we're not far from where we are. I'm plotting up all around where he is, yeah? Okay, mate, but so now they're following him. Now we're following them. We're following them. We've got 2 Range Rovers behind us, yeah? Behind my power rover. And they've gone, we're up their arsehole. Right, we get to these lights, yeah? The lights turn green. My pal does a right, he does a left. He gets near his park, yeah? He jumps out the motor, runs across to the park, runs across through the park. Now, it's not night time, it's in the summertime, it's not night time, it's dusk time, you know what I mean, where it's still light, but it ain't light, it's still, you know, very warm and all that. He runs across the park, parks his motor, runs, they're chasing him now we're out of our motor now, there's 4 of them, and there's 6 of us. Listen, they're in so much shit, mate, now. They're in so much shit now, mate, we ain't going to give up. They've got nothing, no anythings or nothing, yeah? All they've got is bats and bars and this, that and the other, right? So my mate's running, right? We're running. We're running after this lot. They know we're running after them now. Now they're shitting their fucking selves. We've got these. We've got them. Now they're in fucking shit, mate. They're going to go. They're going to knock them. They're going to go. We don't kill them. We ain't fucking stupid. We ain't going to kill them. Bang, bang, up in the air. My mate's got bang, bang. Look. They're crapping us. They're standing there, right? We walk up to them and say, what's all this about, mate? What's all this about? You think, oh, Bill, you fucking wankers. And they pull out these ID cards. I said, what's that then? He said, we're meant to apply to the police, this, that, and I said, go on, fuck off, you wanker. You ain't police, mate. You ain't no way in a million years you're police. I said, no way in a million years you're fucking police. And with that, we smashed these geezers to pieces. My mate pulled a big crowbar out of his motor when he got back. We smashed them, mate. We took their trousers off. We took their trousers off, we took their shoes off, and we said, fuck you, took their pants off, they're naked. They got their top halves on, they got nothing in their bottom. We took their pants, their shoes, their socks, trousers, everything. Battered them, smashed them to pieces. Walked up to the car, got a crowbar, smashed the motor to pieces, done all the windscreen, side screens, smashed it to pieces. All that shit about old Bill, it's all crap. It's all false, yeah? Smashed it to pieces, smashed them to pieces, mate. Just smashed them to pieces. There's no way that they were going to come back to my mate. Listen, I know what we've done was wrong, yeah? I know what we've done was wrong. We took the parcel. We deserve to get obliged, yeah? But if you ain't going to oblige us in the proper way, mate, go away, leave us alone. Because as far as we're concerned, you're that, yeah? And we never heard a fucking dicky bird again. Again, we never heard a dicky bird. Me and my mate had just got lots and lots of money. We just enjoying our life, sweet. About, I don't know, maybe 2 months, 3 months after that, my mate's going, look, my money's going a bit low, mate. I go, yeah, mine's too. So I knew these guys, these Welsh guys, yeah. And it was what I'm telling you, you can get nicked so easily and you don't know it. And you get something like that that's big and you think people are nicked and they're not old Bill, they're ordinary people, but think old Bill, they can pull you over and bash you and smash you up and take your money. For their money, really. So I know these guys that buy puff, but don't really buy enough, a lot of puff, but buy enough, yeah, just to give us maybe 30, 40 grand, and that's it. You know, a few wages for a couple of weeks while we set something else up. Done the same thing again. But this time we only bought a bar. Bought it for so cheap. So cheap to them. It was dear to us, but we bought a nice bar, give it to them, and they loved the old soaps. Yeah, they loved the soaps, and we give them a bar, 9 bar, and they went this. Oh, this is good. The Welsh. This is the business, yeah. So give them the bar, and we said, look, how many you want? We said, we only want about 20, 30, mate. And looking at it, yeah, we'll have that. And met us in Chiswick. So I had a super, one of them big supers, yeah. And anyway, pulled up by the old Brentford market. The old market ain't there no more. Well, it is there, but it ain't there yet. Ain't a market no more. It's being moved about, yeah. Pulls out along by the I think it's the Greatest Road. Yeah, Greatest Road. Pull round there, parked on the pavement. It's a big place where cars can park. Yeah. Went under the M4. I met these people around the back of Chiswick roundabout. We've already wrapped this stuff up. We wrapped their parcels up in the same thing, with the paper, with that tape, you know, tape, wrapped it all up, nice and tight, give them the tape, give us the cash. No problems. Everything sweet. Walked to the car. My mate's got one of them with him. I think we don't, but he's took it anyway. He's like that. Gets in the car. He sits on the left, money's there, in the super, or going down the road, what we're doing, 40 miles an hour, no, there's no problem. And I don't know how it's come on top, mate, but it's come on top, yeah. How, we don't know. But this ain't plain clothes, old Bill. This is ordinary traffic, old Bill. You know, so we're going down the road, and whoop, 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 up my arse. So I'm moving over, because I can't think it's us, we ain't done nothing. Well, we have, but we ain't done nothing wrong. Car's registered, everything's sweet. Whoop, pull to the left, they pull to the left behind my arse. Whoop, 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 they're going like that. So I get to the roundabout. They're going like, yeah, they're going like that, pull over to the pavement, yeah. So I goes round to the roundabout, right? As I go round to the roundabout, I stop at the roundabout thinking, sweet. Pulls by the side of my mate in the motor, undone his windscreen. He went, pull over there, mate. I said, what's all that about then? He went, don't worry about what's that about, pull over there. I said, do yourself a favour, fuck off, yeah. With that, I put my foot down on them supers as fast as a 3 litre fucking like a jet, whoom! And they've got anyway, their motors are fast and they know how to drive. Whoom! Go all the way down, and I'll do a left, mate. It's this fucking stupid road, right? And it's full of traffic. It's right by a garage. I thought, what have I done? I've gone down this road, it's full of traffic, there's buses and everything. Well, I'm driving, trying to get out, move all the buses out of the way, get down the road. All of a sudden, the buses come that way. It's clipped my motor. I've done a quick right. As it's clipped the side, I've gone right. But when I've gone to the right, I ain't seen the sign, the post outside that goes, what's the dead end? As I'm driving down there, putting my foot down, I'm doing must be 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour, really fast. Now, the old Bill are not up or I'll share it, but I'm going like a lunatic. All of a sudden, the old Bill turned the corner. I see him, whoa, going like. Now, I can't stop it. It's going so fast, and it's come to a dead end. So what I've done, I drove straight through the fence. And what is it? It's a graveyard. I go straight through the graveyard, knock about 5, 6 gravestones down, and can't go nowhere. It's smashed. It's done the motor on. They can't go. He stops dead. My mate jumps out the motor. He's gone. But what he does, he leaves the money on the floor, on the side of the passenger thing. He's gone. But he's still got that thing on him. I'm shitting myself, yeah? Like, he's got this. So all of a sudden, the old Bill pulled before the fence, jumped out, and one of them's chasing my pal. I know he's got one of these things, yeah? So I'm not really interested with the money at the minute. I'll get out now, I'm chasing the old Bill. I'm chasing the old Bill that's chasing him. Because I want to catch the old Bill before he catches my mate, if he does catch him, yeah? Because my mate would have just pulled it out, and I think, oh, please. Don't do it, you know what I mean? He's chasing my mate. And when I'm saying it's muddy, it's muddy. It's like a building site, just past the graveyard. They're putting blocks of flats up, yeah? Scaffolding everywhere, there's all these scaffolders working. Big loads of mud and shit. And we're running, and your boots, your shoes are getting clogged up in mud. You can't run very fast. My mate, he's like a whippet. He's as fit as they come. They're going to catch him, but I didn't want this old Bill to catch him, or something might happen, he might slip over, the old whatever. So now I'm chasing the old Bill that's chasing him. So the old Bill that's chasing him, I get hold of him and I go, bang, I've hit him on the chin. He's gone over, yeah? He's gone. My mate's gone. So then there's old Bill behind me, chasing me. It's crazy. So I shoot to the left for do all these scaffolding and all. I thought, yeah, be safe here and get out of this through the alleyway and all that into Gallantry Park. I'm running as fast as I can, yeah, and I ain't a very good runner anyway. But what I should have got that money out of the motor, but it doesn't matter. Well, the most important part is getting away. Oh, and the motor's registered to me, and it's I think this is problems anyway. But you got to deal with it, ain't you? As it is, you can say it's neat, or you got to deal with it. But I know I'm in trouble. I know that anyway. But I'm going to get away. I just want to get away, yeah. And I'm running between this wall and the fences, but the fences ain't really there. There's scaffolders. This is why I don't like scaffolders. These scaffolders started chucking clips, scaffold clips, tubes at us, 3 foot, 4 foot tubes, chucking the tubes at us, scaffold, and they're fittings, and they're scaffolders, mate. They're your own people supposed to be, yeah? And they're chucking all this at me. I mean, fucking there's me trying to get hit by this and getting hit by that, by the fittings. And I can't believe it. They're down, go on, mate. There's old Bill chasing me. They go, go on, mate, catch him. Right? Anyway, I got outside. By now, the old boy very close to me. I've got mud all over my truck, my shoes. I ain't a very good runner. Anyway, as I get outside, the three motors pulled up out there. The old bill on me, pull on me, get me to the motor, push me up against the motor. They're weak as kittens. Right? I can't believe this, that. I mean, what I'd done was a complete out and out. Now, it would never happen. I've got to apologise to the old Bill, whatever happened. I mean, he got out of hand what I did, but I've got birth for it, yeah? I'm on the motor, and the old Bill that I've clumped, he's leaning over me, he's going, why did you hit me? You know what I mean? I said, what do you mean, why did I hit you? He said, why did you hit me? I said, the reason I was trying to get away. You know what I mean? He said, why did you hit me? Why did you... I said, I wanted to get away. He said, yeah, but you hit me. Anyway, cut a long story short, I've hit him, boom. They got me taped up, I'm gone. Down to Chiswick police station, in Chiswick police station, boom, in a cell, mate. And I know now, I'm in trouble. Come in with a cup of tea. Do you want something to eat? I said, no, nothing to eat. Give him a cup of tea. You're going to come out in a minute and have a chat. I said, don't come out. No, I'm staying here. So anyway, all of a sudden, big flap opens up. Hello, Ray. I went, fucking hell. Who is it? This Treen. He's Chief Inspector Treen from the flying squad, from the robbery squad. Why does he come onto this, you know what I mean? This is normal, anyway. He's the one that nicked me on a big robbery, yeah? And he's the one who had the bad breath and all that. I'll tell you a story. He's the one who came on the big robbery with bad breath. He was going to do this, going to do that, and anyway, he didn't do fuck all, yeah? And there he is. Hello, Willie. How you going? What, you back at it again now, son? Aren't you satisfied with all the bit of birds you got before? He went, you're in trouble, mate. I go, why is that, Governor? He said, you're in trouble. He said, you just been nicked, yeah, for a big robbery. I said, what? He said, you was the driver. I said, what? He said, there's a big armed robbery just gone off. Right? He said, it's 350 odd grand. And he said, you're the driver. I went, mate. I said, how can I be the driver? I just smashed the car up. We found X amount of money on the thing. That's 10% or whatever it is as a driver. You're nicked. I'm going to myself, what the fucking hell's going on here? This is serious now. Old Bill being shot at on this robbery. 350 grand. I've got X amount of money there, 10%, 300 whatever it is. 30 odd grand or whatever it is there. I'm thinking, God, fuck, I do really need this, and this Treen's the right arsehole. So he opens the flap again. He said, what are we going to do? He said, you're going on an ID. I said, I'm up for that. I'm up for an ID. Mate. Goes on the ID. No chance. No pick. I should have got solicitor. Don't get solicitor. Oh, no, listen, it's as silly as arseholes at that time. Don't get picked out. Nothing like that. And then all of a sudden, they decide to get me a legal aid, one of them station solicitors that comes in. I said, look, I just had an ID, didn't pick me out. Is that correct? But comes in to me, you haven't been picked out. You're not on the robbery. They know that now. They realise you're not the person involved. But what you've been charged for assaulting a police officer and having X amount of money in your car. Let's go and have a chat. I said, I don't want to talk to old Bill. He said, listen, he went, this isn't so serious as it sounds. You could get a little bit of bow on this, you know what I mean? But, have you got anybody to stand by you? I said, yeah, I have. I've got my father-in-law or whatever, Mickey Johnson, but, he's gangster but he can find someone for me. So then they phoned my wife up. She's now crying her eyes out, Danny. You know, but they get someone to stand down for me. The old bill, they've got a clump. It's AB8s. They've got the money. They're not too. No one's been hurt on this. They don't know who it is or what it is. They're quite happy. I'm saying it's a debt collect. I'm saying the old bill chased me. I said for money that it's a debt collect. I should have stopped. But being that I'm an ex-con, I don't know. You know, I know the score. I'm petrified. But I'm gone. It's all shit. But I've got to say something. I'll get bail. They give me bail. I go home. Danny, she's going mad, the old man's going, but it got me a good brief. The brief is blinded. Really, really good brief. So 3-4 weeks down the line, letter comes through the door. I've got to appear at Kingston. It's an ordinary county court thing for the money, not for the charge, for the money. Goes there, I told my brief it's a debt, this, that and the other, but not willing to say who it is. Anyway, they confiscate the money. Honestly, the judge confiscates the money and puts it in the police funds. Hey, nicking money. I'm telling them that it's for a debt. They ain't got no proof to say any other way, and I ain't got no proof to say what debt it is. But it's for a debt. They can't prove anywhere. They've made phone calls here and there. There's no robbery gone off. There was a robbery gone off, but they know it's not me, nothing to do with me. So that money's a debt money. So why can't I have it back? The judge has got it in his nut because of an ex-con, this, that, and the other. They put it into the police fund. So they've nicked my money. My brief's going, look, we appeal against it. I said, listen, what's the point? We ain't gonna win. Leave it. You know what I mean? Let them have the fucking money, 30 or 40 or grand. Let them take it. I don't want it. Let them take it. Less aggravation. Okay, now I've got a court hearing here in Isleworth Crown Court. Suited and booted, go there, Isleworth Crown Court. I've got this judge. As it happens, she's quite sweet. Mr. Urge pleads to this charge of assaulting a police officer with intent to escape and all this crap, you know. And I said guilty. I brief thought that I was going to get a suspended sentence and all this crap because I've done a lot of bird, but it's my previous, isn't it? Attempted on the police officers and all that before, so I haven't really learnt my lesson. So she's gone, okay, Mr. Hill, I'm going to sentence you to something like a year. I think I had to do 18 months. I had to do a year in prison, yeah. I sentenced you to 18 months in prison, bosh, something like that. So I thought, oh, what? Goes downstairs, my daddy comes and sees me. She's crying, her eyes open. I've got a big chain on my neck, big gold chain on my neck. All the seal, I said, better take that, give it to her, whatever, and my watch and bits and pieces. Give that to her, go to Wandsworth, go to the ones, and this is where I met my mate, Ben Najumi. Ben Najumi got done for a big arms deal with the Aris. He was the Iranian government, he was the torturer of Iraq. Got done with Duke, I think it was Duke and Duggan Erif, I'm not quite sure. One was called the Colonel or something like that. He was involved with that. I'll go there. He's not my mate then, I didn't even know him, but I'm opposite him. I go and see him, have a chat to him. I see him with a box and it's got all chocolates and things in. And I goes in and say, listen, this is chocolate, mate. Just come in, this, that, and the other. He said, yeah, he talked or ran. Okay, mate, yeah, little boy, hey, yeah, mate. Give me it. So now, I'm talking to him. Now, he's telling me about his case, yeah? I'm not going to go all the way through this case, but this case is, they took a load of art, took a big thing with someone in Iran or Iraq, a big thing, it's a big arms deal, like rockets and all this thing. So they've got 22 million been transferred into this account in Coots & Co, yeah? 26 million, sorry, in Coots & Co. So he's telling me about this and the earths and this, that and the other and what's happened. Then I don't think I think Ben's the only one to get nicked. I'm not quite sure, I don't really know that much about it to keep myself on the case yet, but he don't say too much. But when I see the pictures, he's got pictures of him and his missus, right, over in that country. She's got the top, what do you call them? And big fucking things they put on their head. Anyway, with all the diamonds, yeah. Anyway, she's got a crown, isn't it? Like a little crown thing. So she's got them on her head, and he's really important. You can see him all suited and booted, and all these people around him. He's really posh. He's really good writer, but they give him a job as number one in their wing. He's making all the coffees and teas, all the screws, right, and all that. He's upstairs. He's downstairs, but he's upstairs. Does all their coffees, teas. He's a runner. He's a runner ready for them. I get into him. I get what I like. I'm looking after him, make sure he's no problems. Whilst I'm in there, my mate Leslie McIntyre, a guy called Sinclair Christie, he's in there. He's doing 2 years or something silly like that. And me and him now, I'm quite big, yeah. Me and him decided to do press ups, sit ups, and everything. So I'm in there for a year. I'm staying in Wandsworth. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying in Wandsworth. They're asking me. I said, no, I'll stay, Governor. They give me a good job. I'm on the hot plate. I'm a cleaner, this, that, and the other, but I'm sweet. I'm looking after Ben. Jeremy's looking after me, getting Ben's addresses and everything. But whilst I'm with them, Ben, and I'm getting my work, I'm looking at Ben, and whilst I'm with Ben, he's telling me that he's also been nicked for a rape charge. Oh, fuck me. Now, it's a different kettle of fish. I've been with this guy a couple of 3 months. Now he's telling me he's up for a rape charge. And that ain't good, mate. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, God, what have we done here? But then he starts talking and telling me something that I believed. I know True Brothers very well, come from Ealing, and this girl worked for Ben in Dorchester. They had the whole floor of the Dorchester Hotel. They had the whole floor. This is how much money he got and how much he put into this bit of work. How they got caught. Let me tell you how they got caught. They got caught because of people, as it always is, people saying too much. She might have said something, I don't know. She might have called rape or something like that. Anyway, when they loaded the boat up with whatever they loaded up with in the containers to go across the water as arms, when it come on top, they stopped the boat before it went over the certain parts of the thing, and they can't touch them. The equator, I don't know what they call it anyway. It went across. When they checked all the containers for arms, all that was in there were parts of cars, engines, gearboxes, everything, full up. These containers, they're supposed to be arms deal, yeah? So they're a little bit confused there, you know what I mean? Because this is supposed to be an arms deal. They've nicked him for a big arms deal, and they've got containers full of car parts. So, but they've got paperwork. That's what they've got to say that the arms deal and the money was sent over to Coots and Co. 20 odd million, 22, 30, I don't know, a lot of money. And evidently, it's still in Coots and Co. No one can touch it. I don't really know the score about banks anyway. That's what they're saying. So now Ben is telling me what's going on with the case and how it happened. Then he's telling me about the rape. Well, I know the two brothers who's their sister, their sister's the one that's been raped. So how it went is she's working for them. And when it come on top, when they come to the floor and took over the floor and look at all the paperwork, she's the accountant. Right? She's the top accountant, so she's doing the same as what he's doing. She's defrauding everything, yeah? So now she's getting nicked. But because she's getting nicked, she's put it in such a way that he was sexually abusing her and he raping her and this, that and the other, and she was fighting for her life. That's why she had done what she'd done. Right? And now they've nicked him for rape. So she's now saying that she was so frightened for her life that she done exactly what he said, because she also lived in the Dorchester in a suite there, and it's all cobblers, you know what I mean? She just fitted him up because they needed more time to get the case together. Right? He was on bail, but all of a sudden this rape thing comes up. He's got to go up on a rape, as I said, another brothers. So he goes up on a charge, and they give him 7 years for the rape. He's not guilty of it, mate. He ain't guilty at all. And they've fitted him up big time to hold him more time for the arms deal. He's talking to me, but I know the brothers. I ain't telling him that I know the brothers. I don't, Anyway, he's looking after me, giving me an address. This when I come and see him. He's living with a guy called not at that time, but anyway, what happens? I come out, my daddy go home. Then I'm looking at the television. He's now got 22 years. 22 years for this arm. They fit him up, mate, for this arms deal, yeah? 22 years. They chucked the rape. Got off an appeal on the rape. But the rape thing was just to hold him for the arms deal. They didn't have enough evidence to hold him for the arms deal. It looked like him walking on the arms deal or getting bail on it, but they caught him on the rape charge, so then he got remanded for the rape, and that's it. So when he did eventually, they fitted him up on the arms deal, got 22 years. He got an appeal, I think he got cut down to about 11 or something. So I'm down Hammersmith. I'm down by beginning of Kensington High Street. There's a place called Hilton Hotel next to Bristol Cars, yeah? I'm in the hotel meeting some people doing some business. I come down the escalator. As I'm coming down the escalator, Ben the Jimmy, he's coming up the escalator. Ray, hello, Ray. I went, hello, Ben. So anyway, go up, have a drink at the bar. He's meeting people. So he said, oh, come and see me. I said, where are you, Ben? He said, I'm opposite Olympia. I think it was Olympia, opposite there. He said, I've got above a kebab shop. I've got big offices up there. And I went upstairs, and he was big offices he had. He's telling me what he's doing, and got involved with other things, other big things. What are you doing, mate? I went, I'm not doing a lot, Ben. You want to come do some business with me? I went, do you know anybody who's got money? Do you know anybody who wants to come into my business? So I'm talking to him, but I live in Kingston. So I'm involved with a guy called James Ward. There's a big thing about James Ward, Supergrass. Shows you the paperwork, we give someone 25 grand to come and assassinate me, shoot me, bosh. Right? It's all down and this, that and the other. I'm involved with Jimmy Ward. I'm dealing with Jimmy Ward, doing bits and pieces, yeah. So I'm telling Jimmy Ward about this guy. Jimmy Ward, being that he loves a pound note, which we all do, we go down to Fulham, Hammersmith, where he's at, goes and sees him. He's telling Jimmy Ward about what they're going to do. And what they're going to do is, I feel, is quite good, clever. They're going to take X amount from this country, I think it's fruit or meat or whatever it is, over to their country. And in the front of the motor, there are big water tanks, massive big water tanks for the refrigerated lorries. So you got to go on the weighbridge when you go over to there for the weight. And what they do, they undo the thing, let all the water out, and fill it up with drugs. Fill it completely up with drugs. Loads of them. Loads and loads of drugs. So when it comes back, they go on the scales, everything's done proper. And they're getting a lot of money. But give me a few bob, not a lot, just to keep me, okay. And then Ben, being an idiot he is, I can't believe what he does. He takes X amount of money before he gives it to Jim. He's got to pay Jim a bit of money, but he takes X amount of money. He's got dodgy teeth, Ben. Takes X amount of money to go to put a scup to go somewhere and get all his teeth done. Cost a lot of money then because it's just started. I don't know, 30, 40, 50, I'm not quite a lot of money, but it's Jim's money. Got all his teeth done, all pearly whites. There's murders. There's murders about what he's done. He's took the piss, Jim's gone crazy. I've gone crazy. But before all that, I'm in Ealing, right, in a bar with some people. Who's in there? The two brothers that their sisters nicked Ben for rape. So I can't believe they're in there. So I'm called them over. I said, where are you going? All right, mate. He's saying, no, that's all right. I said, I was away with that Ben the Jimmy, the one supposed to rape your sister. They said, do you know it was a load of coppers, don't you? Do you know that they fitted him up on that? I said, yeah, I had a feeling they did. And they what they done to my sister, they fit the life out of my sister, said that she was going to go and get 15 years. So they wanted him that bad. They said to her, you've got to try and do this and do that. They put it to him and it's got to be done. There's no way that he can't get off it. This is the things you've got to say. And he got 7 years for that. 7 years for something he didn't even do. But only to keep him in to get all these 20-odd years. Because I fancy if they'd have given him bail and let him go, he would have gone anyway. He had a lot of money. He had all sorts of passports. He had people everywhere around the world. He was a very, very educated man. He knew a lot of people. So when they told me that, I was a bit gutted, you know what I mean? But they said, I said, wait, my sister's my sister, mate. There's no way I'm letting my sister go and get 15 years. I didn't agree with what she did. Right? But what can you do, mate? He's a foreigner and she's, and she's been really bullied into doing that, mate. I mean, crikey, you know what I mean? Anyway, he gets his 22 years, he comes out, he does his thing with Jimmy Ward, he nicks Jimmy Ward's money, he got his forfeits done, and the next thing you know, Jimmy Ward's really, really pissed off. He's so pissed off, mate, you can't believe it. I'm pissed off as well. Ben comes to my house to see me. Who comes in the house? Jimmy Ward. He's gone mad at Ben. He's going mad. Ben's saying he's going to pay the money back. He promises he will give him the money. Then he's saying to me, fuck Jimmy Ward. I'm saying, look, you're out of order. I want to give him a clump, but I don't want to give him a clump because I hurt the geezer. I don't want to hurt him. But me and him have been close for years. You know what I mean? But why would he do that? He's mad. Me and Jimmy Ward, one day, it's all dusk. It's not winter times. It's all dusky. We're going towards Kingston Gate. We're going through to Richmond Gate. As we're going towards Kingston Gate, we notice a car parked up. We notice someone on the floor. Jump out the motor. Who is it? Is that Ben the Jimmy? He's been hit by a car or been hit by someone or whatever. He's upset someone or he's been really bashed to pieces, but bad. Really, really smashed to pieces. And he's really unconscious. He's in such a bad way. So now we decide we've got to take him to the hospital, Jim. We've got to, no, leave him. No, leave him, mate. I went, no, Jim. We've got to take him to the hospital. So we took him to Kingston Hospital. I went into Kingston Hospital, got a barrow, a trolley, put him on a trolley, run through, and they're saying, oh, what's your name right here? And I go, no, nothing to do with me, I'm gone. The next thing you know, I'm getting a phone call from Arthur Sutty. He's married. What he's done is met Arthur on a deal. Arthur's took him back to his place in Epsom. He's got a big place in Epsom called Lark Hall. massive property, 2 big swimming pools. It's a bit run down, but every antique in his house is smashed, cracked or whatever, but it's beautiful. Big pools, horses, everything. It's massive. Could be, what, I don't know, 8 acres, 9, massive. I go there, Arthur's giving me a call. He's telling me that Ben the Jumi is married his daughter, but I know that because I've been there for meals. Ben has married his daughter, this, that and the other. Ben's got concussion. He's not got concussion, he's in what you call a coma. I said, sorry, not concussion, coma. He's in a coma, and that looks like he's in a pull through. Someone's beat him to death, nearly, smashed him to death. And I've got, lucky we saved his life then, lucky, because if we hadn't seen it, we saved his life. We picked him up and took him to the hospital. So his wife she's always crying. No one else would marry her because she's not a princess, you know what I mean? But he did. But I think he married her because he's a clever man, Ben. He's married her for the property, the massive great property. Arthur Sattey's an old gangster, big old gangster, around Billy Hill, around all these people, proper gangster. Check him out, Arthur Sattey. So me and Arthur talking. Now Arthur's going to me, I'm going to get some guys involved in this way. I've got some guys, heavy guys that I know, ex-military, ex-special forces, that I'm going to get involved in this. This is my son-in-law. He married my daughter. My daughter's in a bad way. And I'm going to get these people to find out what's going on here. There's a bit more to it than you're saying, Ray. I said, a bit more than I'm saying. I'm saying what we found. Anyway, they're thinking that I've done it or Jim's done it there, but they've got these special forces people on our case. So when I go to the house one evening to talk to Arthur, by myself, I goes in the house and there's these geese, 2 guys there, special forces. And they give me a little bit of grief. So I'm saying to Arthur, do a sort of favour, Arthur. Tell these people, I've got nothing to do with this, mate, please. And they're giving me this and giving me that, I'm going to myself in my own nut, thinking to myself, these people, they better be careful about their special forces. I don't give a fuck who they are, but they're not talking to me, threatening me in that manner. Because if they do, they're going to go missing, mate, because I ain't having that, mate. I'd rather try to kill them and not try and them kill me. So I've got aggravation now with them on my case. So I'm saying to Arthur, how dare you fucking pull special forces on me, ex-special forces on me, thinking that I'm one of the people that are like Ben. I said I've been in prison with Ben a long time, I wouldn't know about him. But now I was going, that ain't right though. Something's not right, you and Jim. So now I'm getting a call from Jim that these little mob are on his case. But there's a lot goes on, There's a lot goes on because Jimmy Ward tries to get me assassinated, tries to get me killed, paying someone 25 grand to get me shot, get me killed. Why? Do you know what I mean? This is a big question. Why? Because when I go to see Jimmy Ward at his house in Northampton, we're all sitting around the table, he'd got 3 geezers around the table, one of them drops a big gun on the floor, a big gun, right? He picks it up, but also I'm carrying something because I ain't going over there to meet him, not carrying one of them anyway, because I'm thinking they're going to, whatever. So he drops on the floor. When he drops on the floor and goes to pick it up, I pull my thing out and say, leave it there. I'm fucking going, right? I've got the gun, I'm looking at these fucking people, I'm going to fucking let them have it, mate. Look, I jump out, walk outside, my Danny's BMW convertible, the roof's off, I jump in the motor, I'm gone. Now I know there's something not right with Jim. whether or not is this mob, right, or the mob in the mob that's in the place is something I don't know. But I'm thinking now I'm in trouble. I've got Jimmy Ward. I don't know at that time that Jimmy Ward's got people on me to come and shoot me. It's only since I've been home from my sentence that we've had that paperwork come through from my son in Australia. That must have been through his mother, Danny. She must have got that paper a long time ago, give it to my son to send to me rather than send it to me straight away. So Jimmy Ward's put a contract on me, 25 grand to get me topped, because this lot are on his case, this other special forces on his case, and he now wants me topped, to make it look like it's me that's done it, to let Ben Lajumi make it look like that. Rather, is it him who's done it? I don't know, So it gets a bit out of order. I'm only going to do an hour here, I've got another 2 or 3 minutes here. It gets a bit out of order. It looks like at that time I've got these special forces geezers, ex-special forces geezers going to come on my case. I've got Jimmy Wall with his other geezers that look like I'm going to come on my case. What do? I've got to go and do what I've got to do because to survive my life. But I don't know about these other people going to come and kill me, but these SAS geezers I'm talking about, I ain't having them on my case. I've got to sort it. I've got to make a few phone calls to my pals and I've got to sort this because I ain't having them people on my case because they're proper people. They're hiding in the fucking trees. They're like ninjas. You don't know where they are. I've got to deal with it. So I go to see Arthur at his place, Arthur Sati, and I'm talking to Arthur, and he's saying to me, I ain't seen them, mate. I don't know where they are. They've gone missing. I said, really? He went, yeah, 1 minute they was here. The next minute they're just gone. He said, look, mate, I apologise for this, that and the other, but I'm sorry. I'm pleased they're gone. I was going to put them away anyway. But Arthur, they come, you're out of order, Arthur. I'm your mate. Ben's my mate. Your wife can't be blaming me for these things. You know what I mean? But they went missing, mate. They went missing. When I went round to see Arthur with my pals, Arthur told me that for some reason they'd just gone missing, mate. I went, well, that's what happens in life, People shouldn't play games. People should not play games with people. People should blatantly come out and say you're going to go tomorrow, you're going to go the next day. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't fucking let me know what you're going to do. You know what I mean? And these people, the way they was talking to me, they was talking to me as if I was a kid, as if I ain't aware of what goes on in life. And I ain't going to stand for that. No way. And what Arthur said to me, that they've gone missing, so good they've gone missing, Arthur. And I think they've gone missing for a reason, and that reason is that they think that they're big time dry potatoes, they're going to take someone away. And they ain't, mate. And they ain't as big as what you think they are. And he said, I don't know what's going on. I said, listen, best thing to do, wipe your mouth, forget about it. Forget about them. They've more than gone back to Wales. Forget about them, Arthur. Forget about them. They're nobody's, right? You've done the wrong thing. Put them on me. Put them on Jim. Forget about it, right? Jim, listen, I'm quite 100% sure Jim had nothing to do with this. I'm quite 100% sure that I had nothing to do with this. Right? Your Ben Najumi has upset someone else, and that's what's happened. It's come back on him, mate. I said, so, that's life, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is, listen, I'm going to go now. It's an hour. I can go on and on talking about this because it's quite big things that happen and stories this and stories that, but I ain't going to keep talking about it. It's long, yeah? So this is Bang Bang Rail. Please press the like button and subscribe if you like my story. There's loads more, mate, but my book is the best book in the world. these stories are nothing to comparables in my book, yeah? Anyway, this is Bang Bang Rail. Please press the like button and subscribe, and nice one. Good morning. Bye.